Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today at Mary's Vegan Table. It's been a while since I put out any videos. Today we're going to be making some beans, Puerto Rican beans. Here I have a 16-ounce bag of fresh red kidney beans. These have been soaking overnight. What you want to do with these first, before you put them to soak, is you want to rinse them a few times and check to see if there's any little pebbles. Sometimes they have these little pebbles in here, like little tiny rocks, or any beans that just don't look right. You may want to remove. And you soak them overnight, so that way they cook quicker the following day when you make them. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here to the side. Here I'm gonna add calabaza. This is pumpkin. I already scooped out the seeds. I just want to show you how to cut this up and peel it the easiest way possible. Yeah, so this is calabaza. It's pumpkin, but this is like a tropical pumpkin. It's got a sweetness to it, so it's not regular pumpkin. But usually you can find these in the fruit stands, the vegetable stands. I'm sure any major supermarkets like Whole Foods and Stop and Shop, or just maybe your local market might have them also. It goes by the pound. Okay, so what I did, I scooped it out, I rinsed it off, and now I just want to cut it up. Just gonna try to cut this up here, and just quickly just do this so you can see. So what I'm gonna do is, just so I could peel them easier. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take my peeler, and I'm just gonna peel it. You might press down a little bit harder because you know the ridge, you want to get that skin off. And that's how I do it. It's easier for me to do it that way as opposed to try to peeling it like really big and with a knife, and then I go end up cutting myself. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is how I do it. And then I was going to cut them into cubes. You can leave them bigger if you want yours larger. These cook down pretty quick, so I'm not going to put these right away into the beans while they're cooking, because they do cook so fast that they break down, like they melt almost into the beans, but it's a really nice flavor. So that's how you cut and peel, how I cut and peel calabaza. It's the easiest way for me. I'm going to finish cutting all this up, and then we'll get back to making the beans. Okay, so I finished cutting up the calabaza, and so I rinsed it. I gave it one last rinse just to make sure that none of the peels, like the skin, is left behind. I don't want that in the beans. And here I peeled 2 small potatoes, and I diced them up into small cubes. And now we're gonna get the beans going. Okay, so now we're just gonna rinse the beans. I'm gonna rinse them in cold water. And now we'll get them going on the stove. Okay, so the beans, after I rinsed them, I forgot to show you guys that I filled them back up with water in the bowl. Here I'm going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil. It'd be nice if I turn on the stove right. I'll turn on that heat. Let the oil get a little hot. Okay, so let's see if the oil's a little warmer. I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of my homemade sofrito. I'll leave you the link for it at the end of the video. Alright, so I put in about a tablespoon of Sofrito. Well, I'm putting a little more, maybe a tablespoon and a half. Maybe that's actually probably maybe 2 tablespoons. So about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of sofrito. Just want to saute this up a little bit. Wanted to use your vegan ham, and you could dice it up into chunks, and then here, this is when you would so sear it up, saute it in here so turn it, a little brown. I am staying away from all that stuff right now because I had a bit of a scare with my health and I have to lay off the salt. So I'm not adding any salt to these beans until after they're done. Maybe, maybe not. It depends. We'll see. Also, I didn't get around to getting my salt-free tomato sauce. So I really have to watch. I may not even add salt to this at all because the pack of sazon that I'm using, because I didn't make my own, the pack of sazon that I'm using also has salt in it. It's not that bad, the salt content, but it's still, for me, it's bad for me. I shouldn't even be having that, but so just got to be careful with the salt intake. So right now I'm on eye drops, I'm on 2 different kinds of meds, and it's not a fun thing. So right now I'm watching my salt intake, trying to get that pressure down, and exercise a little more and take off some weight. So I am turning to my fruits and my whole food vegetables. Okay, so this is pretty good. So I'm gonna throw in a couple of bay leaves. Let me lower this a little bit. A little dash of black pepper. It smells so good. And here's the sazon with achote in it, the one that makes things turn orange. And some coriander, curancho. Gonna add a teaspoon of that. Got cumin. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of that also. And now the garlic and the onion, powdered onion. I'm just gonna put it in. I must have put about 2 tablespoons in of that. It depends on how much you like, a little or as much as you like. But here I put about 2 tablespoons in of it. And it's powder, it's garlic powder, not. And here I'm putting garlic, and it's garlic powder, not garlic salt. Okay, and here I'm gonna put about the same, about 2 tablespoons. All right, I'm gonna stir this up real quick. I'm gonna add half the can right now. For now, half the can of tomato sauce. That's an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. I'm using half of it. Let's get that all mixed up in here. This is just to bring out the flavors more in the seasonings. It smells amazing, and there's just seasonings in there. Here I have my Spanish olives with the pimentos in them. I rinse these. I've always rinsed them, even before my health issues. Just about a quarter cup, maybe less than a quarter, less of a quarter of a cup. You can put as many olives in as you like. Now we're going to add the beans. Remember, I filled them back up with water after I rinsed them. Okay, I'm going to add a little more water to that. It was about 4 cups of water I just put in there. All right. That's a cup and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna put in one more half of cup. But I want to take a quick taste. I know there's no salt in it, but I want to take a quick taste. I gotta tell you, it tastes nice with even without salt in it right now. Well, we'll see. I may not even add any extra salt to these beans. I'm gonna turn the heat up to medium high. That way it gives them a jump start on the boiling process. And then if I need to lower, I'll lower it. But right now it's on medium high, and we're just waiting for it. We're waiting for the beans to soften up. So I'll see you when the beans are soft. Okay, so I'm gonna make some rice to go with the beans. This is brown rice, and brown rice usually takes a lot longer to cook than white rice does. Depending on the amount of it. If you make, say, like 4 cups or 3 cups of the brown rice, it's going to take at least 40 minutes to cook it, as opposed to white rice that will take probably maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes to cook. Okay, I'm trying to keep it healthy, so I'm using the brown rice. Just rinse it in some cold water. It's not as starchy as the white rice, so you can see the waters are, it's clear. But this was the bottom of the bag. You see all that stuff on top? That's what's at the bottom of the bag. Wow. Let's tip that over and get all that out of here. It's amazing. Everything that falls to the bottom of the bag, you see? Always clean your rice. I know some people don't like cleaning their rice because they think they're washing away the minerals. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay. Let's see. Now, like I said, this is brown rice, so the water is really clear. If it was white rice, we would have to rinse it until the water ran clear, because the water would be really, really murky, like, you know, from the starch. It would be starchy. Okay. Alright. And then I don't see no pebbles or any unwanted pieces of rice in here, so it all looks good. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fill this with the water, because I don't usually let my water boil first before I put my rice in. I just I put everything to boil at the same time. I'll see how much water I need. Okay. Okay. I always put a little extra water in with brown rice than what I do with the white rice. Because it's got a more coarse texture to it. So I want it just a little bit softer when it's done cooking. So yeah, I guess it's about the same as the white rice. So I have it above, like an inch above, just an inch above the rice. We're gonna put this to boil. Okay, so I have the rice on the stove right now on high heat, and I'm gonna add a teaspoon of olive oil, because it's just a cup of rice. Okay, I'm just gonna mix this up, and I'm going to cover it to let it come to the boil. I know traditionally a lot of people they let it boil until the water evaporates, and then they cover it. I like to do it this way because the rice on the bottom of the pot, it stays soft, and I really don't like when the rice gets crunchy on the bottom. I've never really liked that, so I prefer to do it this way. I'll cover it, and when it boils, I'll turn down the flame to low. Okay, so that's going. Let's check on the beans. Okay. Oh, they're at a nice rapid boil. Smells good in here. Oh my god, they smell so they smell so good. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, they're hot as a rock still. So, like I said, they have to they gotta boil for about an hour. So, I'm gonna turn this down a little to medium, medium low, and let it continue to cook. And wait for we will blah, can't even speak. When the rice comes to the boil, we'll turn the rice down to low. But check on your beans every once in a while. You know, you stir them. You don't want nothing getting stuck to the bottom of the pot. But it smells so amazing in here. Okay guys, so we'll be back in a few. Okay, so the rice came to a boil pretty fast. I'm just gonna give it a little stir. I'm gonna cover it and lower it. I'm putting this on low, not medium low, but low. So we don't want to. Rice takes time to cook, and if we leave the flame on it too high, it's just gonna burn. Low, low. Okay, guys. Beans are still boiling. Rice is cooking. We'll be back when everything's done. I'm gonna come back again also to check on the rice because it may give it a little stir. Sometimes I don't even need to stir the rice; it just cooks completely through without even any turning during the cooking process. But we'll check it because it's, like I said, it's brown rice, so we'll check on it. Okay, so I'm gonna check on the beans. It smells amazing in here. They're looking good. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, they're getting soft. Okay. So you see, they're getting soft. So, as they're getting soft, what I'm gonna do is, right now, I'm gonna add the potatoes. Careful, it's hot. When the potatoes are done, I'll add the calabaza, the pumpkin. Because that cooks up fast. Cover this back up and we'll check on the rice. Okay, so like I said, it was only a cup of rice, so it really didn't need like 40 minutes. It may have been on for, I don't know, 20 minutes now? Let's see. Oops, sorry guys. Just fluff it up. Okay, let's see. I don't think this is ready yet. Actually, it is soft. Huh. It's soft. It cooked up nice. Nothing else to do, but I would turn it off. So that's done. And the beans are almost done. And I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 minutes. I'm going to just check the potatoes. They're softened up. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna add the pumpkin, the calabaza. I cannot talk today. Okay, so let me get the calabaza. Okay, carefully put them in. I'm going to add just a little more water to the beans because they're starting to thicken up now. Oops. I'll get that later. Get that later. Okay. Just mix this in. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit more water to this. Yeah, just a little more, just to cover the pumpkin a little, okay? That's it, just a little more. That was probably a quarter of a cup of water I added in there. You just gotta eyeball it, really. You could feel where, even when you're mixing it, you can feel with the spoon, you know, how thick it gets. So you'll know exactly when to add a little extra water. Okay, we're gonna just cover that up and wait for the calabaza to soften up. I forgot to mention that when I added the potatoes to the beans, I turned the stove up to medium. That way it's get a better boil to cook the potatoes. So yeah, so when you put the potatoes in, just turn up your beans to medium. Okay, right now they're on medium high because I lowered them again because I saw it was getting a little thick. So turn it up. It's on medium low now. So we'll just leave it on medium low and let that simmer nice. Calabaza get nice and soft. And we'll have our rice and beans. Okay, let's check on the beans, guys. Remember to, you know, check on the beans every so often. So make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom of the pot. Okay, still needs more time. Because, see, I cut the calabaza up kind of thick because they really do cook down to nothing. So I wanted to leave something in there because they're really good. Okay, let them boil. Let them cook for about probably another 10 minutes and we'll be good. Okay, so it's been about 5, maybe 10 minutes. It's beautiful. Guys, don't forget to take out the bay leaves. You don't want nobody choking on it. Always remember how many you put in too, okay? Yeah. I'm just gonna let this just 5 more minutes and we're good to go. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back up to medium because I did turn it down to low. Okay guys, so here it is. It's our rice and beans, brown rice and beans with pumpkin, calabaza, and potatoes. Don't forget to get rid of the bay leaves. You don't want anybody choking on that. This with a nice big healthy salad. It is so good. And you know what? I don't even miss not having the salt in the rice. But for the beans, I put less, like a quarter of a teaspoon in of salt. That was it. I appreciate you guys so much. I've been gone for a while and I was getting a few more subscribers and I appreciate that so much. Lifts you up, especially when going through things, health issues and whatever, but I'm working on it and you just gotta reverse everything. I gotta become a healthier vegan. I can't just cook and sell healthy food. I have to cook and eat healthy food as well. Can't be eating processed food all the time like that and get sick. And so I did. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll have it up by tomorrow because with my eyes being the way they are, I can't really stare too long at a computer screen, at a phone screen, at, you know, a tablet screen, or at anything really that has, you know, pictures and words on it because my eyes just get really blurry. So I'm going to try to get this up as soon as possible. And again, I love you guys and I appreciate you. You guys, please stay safe and healthy. See you soon. Bye.